for the ground. I'm a 2020, whoa, whoa. Woke up to deposits and it's only 8 a.m. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020, reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I bet to myself, I'm not sorry that I logged, dog. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding? Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. Wrote inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that is here, could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waited for my cycle like a laundromat. Going to the moon, it's on top and that. 2 straight years of dropping back to back. Epidemic jumping like an acrobat. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding? Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Trendsetter, I got style for.
Good morning all. Hope everyone is good. Hope everyone is well. And happy March. It's already March, man. That's mad. Massive March. Big move March. Historically, March is a very volatile time of the year. And let's see if that holds true in 2024 here. A little bit different over 2024 we've seen, but of course different economic activities here. But let's have a look at what's going to go on. So March here, March typically volatile month. So let's see what this month has in store for us. See what nice things we have in store for us and challenges, and you know, it's how it always works. So let's go ahead here and start off with the analysis. Let me make sure I'm all systems go. I think I am. Yeah, we look good here. All right, sweet. March madness. Yes, sir. Indeed, indeed. Let's have a look at news here. Today's going to be Friday. PMI later for, much later for USD. They're expecting economy to be growing here, which I think we could see actually, but that's not till 7 p.m. Otherwise, basically New York pretty much clean, London also clean. Just at 11 o'clock HPI, which is housing, not going to really affect the pound here. So yeah, that's about it, man. Pretty clean on news here. Clean on news for the beginning of the month. So let's go ahead and look at the analysis here and start off on the daily time frame here. So if we start off on the daily time frame here, we can see yesterday did end up pushing down, testing this daily support right here. Now, if this daily candle can close like this for the week, this will be great. You know, next week we could have some easy upside, retest the top of the range. We do have a new monthly candle close. And this monthly candle is definitely closing bullish here. There's no doubt about that. Do we want to make a steeper bottom wick? Well, if we look at most monthly candles, actually, they do have a bigger bottom wick. And based off me watching GJ for the past 3 years, I do notice that most monthly candles here are accompanied by more of a significant wick than the one we have right now. So sometime during this month we could make a bigger wick, and that could only bring us down to 189 here. We could just revisit 189 and still continue up to fill the wick. We're obviously closing above the wicks, closing above the range here, and upside does make sense to continue based on a monthly time frame as long as we can hold support above 187. But that's a lot of room that we have, to basically remain bullish on the monthly time frame here. So bullish on the monthly time frame. This week is about to close today, so we'll see how the weekly candle closes. If the weekly candle does close below 188.460, definitely going to be interesting. But for now, we just retested back to just did a backfill basically on the weekly open here. So backfilled the weekly open, never broke the low, respecting the low. So this could just be a downside. We could see next week come retest around these wicks and then continue something a bit like this. Or a bit like this as well, right? We could see that retest before making a decision that it wants to close back inside the range and giving a downside move. So I'd expect something similar here. So moving back down on the daily time frame here, we can see previous daily is closing bearish here. We have a rejection here, and we have a lot of bullish momentum coming into the session. So overnight we have closed a very strong bullish 4-hour candle here. We created a support here and closed a very strong bullish 4-hour candle, and yeah, we did close below the range here, and that's that same level I was talking about yesterday. So if we bring back drawings here, we can see how this all kind of lines up right now. And this is the exact same level that I was talking about yesterday, that we're not bullish till we get above 190. So as long as we remain below 190, and you can see how crucial that level was, and you heard me discussing about it yesterday on stream, saying no buys above 190. Anyone who tried to buy here would have been slapped, because nothing closed above 190. Even though it closed above this one, nothing closed above 190, so there was no trigger for buys there. At the moment now, we're trying to break down from the top of the range. Now what we have to be careful is, if we look at structure here on the lower time frame, everything is pointing bullish. This could just be a liquidity grab to then try break 190, which would be great for the break of 190, because this would be giving us what? Be giving us liquidity to break 190 and possibly continue to this next resistance here. If we do want to break down from here, I think you could try get in early if that's something you want to do. I mean, let's say we were to close here, you would have a 20 pip stop, but you're relying on this forming the top of the range here. And with this 4-hour candle closing very strong bullish here, I don't want to be too much of a rush into a sell, because if we look at this previous 4-hour candle, it's not telling you much. That's not created a resistance. It's not like we have a deep candle close. If we had a deep candle close, something like this, yeah, that's textbook easy setup. Breaking lows, we're going down. But this is showing rejection. It's basically a doji candle, which means that we were just in a range, which is evident when we look at the lower time frames. But we need to see something that is more confidence inducing than just one 15-minute candle close to try reverse this big bullish close here, in my opinion. I think if you're very set on the bearish bias today, then that can make sense, trying to go early here with stops above the range. But for me personally, I just don't want to get caught out in this being a pullback that ends up giving the upside move that breaks 190 and continues. You have around, so you have room to to basically manage the trade. But what I'm looking at here is basically the same zone where sells made sense yesterday. So if we draw a line here, right on this 1 hour, this is where sells make. You can see how important this zone was. We retested it here, we retested it on the top wick here, and until something closed above there, that is where we basically got easy continuation. So yeah, I would basically be looking for something to close below that, because I feel this is going to be a major retest zone. This is where we tried to find our resistance. We found resistance, we found resistance. So if we're going to find support, that's where it's going to be the flip, right? That's where we're going to flip, and this could potentially be a support zone. So if you want to go early because you're super set on the bearish bias, then that's basically where your watch zone is going to be, and you're going to try capitalize off this zone. But I'm not too interested right now to try that, especially end of week here, where we could easily start to retrace. Remember, this was partly a news move here with no data that backed this up long term. So could have this been the liquidity grab from yesterday, from down here where we have come and retested 189 basically, and now we're going to get the extension and continuation back up to the 190s. That's what's in my mind. So this could just be a retest because momentum has been towards the upside. Until this 1 hour candle basically closes below here, that would give more clarity, this 1 hour closing below. So if the 1 hour does close below here, yes, we have more clarity. Now we have a change of structure from the top of the range. And then we can be looking for sells. So I rather skip out on like 8-9 pips here. I don't mind missing out on 8-9 pips to then have more confirmation not to get caught out in a fake out, because that's where I feel the fake outs are going to happen, is anywhere in this zone here. But here's your 15-minute close. You know, I do expect if it is going to break these lows, we could see it revisit this zone. Now what it does at this zone is going to be the question. Also it could, for me this is just a whole fake out zone. Anywhere in here, I don't really understand the probabilities of this because of this big, you can't disregard this big 4 hour bullish candle close. You know, that's telling you that there's momentum towards the upside. So if anything, this could just be a pullback at the moment. So yeah, that is something I'm looking at here on GJ. So probably sells are going to be below this level, and I'm going to look to buy above 190 here. So let's go have a look at gold. Obviously gold yesterday, news came out, pushed gold very heavily towards the upside here on strong data that we saw yesterday. If we go ahead and look at the information here, we can see that didn't load, haven't refreshed. Let's go have a look. There you go here, right? So you can see numbers came back higher than expected, and you know, obviously with numbers coming back higher than expected, money flowed into gold out of dollar. We didn't see GDP month on month grow. We saw it come back stagnant. So that's why we saw such a big pump here. So now it's kind of just consolidating, trying to make a decision as to what it wants to do at the moment here. We normally see this after news. You know, after we get a big news push, it normally chills out for, you know, big news push normally chills out, takes a little breather, and then continues. Same thing here, big news push. I mean, we're not to the same size as this, but you get the point I'm trying to relay to you. Is we get a big news push, we chill out, and then we later continue a move, either continue or reverse. So looks like we're gonna chill out here a little bit. If we were to look at higher time frame here, start off on the daily time frame, this is a massive daily candle close here. If I was expect to, you know, what New York will do today, I do expect New York to continue towards the upside, just based on this daily closing above the range here. Upside does make sense, especially if we can get above this 4 hour resistance here. This 4 hour resistance can be breached, then that's where buys are gonna make make sense, to be honest. And you know, looking at the monthly time frame here, we did end up managing to close bullish here, retesting the top of this range, right? As you can see, we retest the top of the range, close bullish. So you know, we could always come back down and retest these lower levels here. It's definitely possible. If we look at what we're doing on the weekly, you know, we have this uptrend running for us right here, you know. So yeah, I do expect, you know, possibly for us to retest, you know, 2054 could definitely be a target, and then we come back and look at the charts. I expect gold to stay in this range until some major catalyst, you know, causes it to break. But at the moment here, everything's pointing up. We're just at resistance, so I expect it to chill for London here. If I was to look at, okay, what is it gonna do? What type of trades can you take inside this range? It's kind of already at the top of the range. So this is definitely, where's my 4 hour resistance gone? Oh, I removed drawings. It's already at the top of the range here, so I don't really trust trying to buy right now. Yeah, we can see how we just tapped the top of the range here. I mean, you could aggressively try to buy above 4 hour resistance to push through this mess, but how much can we rely on volume? I think your best shot is playing the range. And if you want to play the range, if you can see 15-minute change of structure here, you could try sell back down, but we're bullish, so that wouldn't follow my personal rules. But we're just in a range, right? So after big news move, you kind of just have to let it chill. Let gold chill, and then let it have clarity, and then take the easy move. The easy move will either be outside of the range or below the range. So if this can start leaving this range here with the resistance, and 4 hours, especially if 4 hour can close bearish, that would, we have a structure here that would flip and break structure. You could see a retracement back to 2040s and start to retrace some of this news move here before something else happens. So it's kind of a waiting game at the moment. Let the charts, you know, show us what hand it wants to play and how it wants to play its hand, and then we can maximize off that. Obviously 2050 is a major level here. I want to clone this. Yeah, 2050 is a major level at the moment. NYSE, if we break 2050, it's going to move heavy. $5 move at least to 2056 here, 2055. You'll see if we could break that 2050. So yeah, if it can come down, grab liquidity here, just chill for a bit, and then maybe later break this, that will be a classic move. As for GJ right now, it's slowly making its way towards the downside. We haven't really entered the volume time yet to expect heavy downside move, but it's slowly doing it here. And I do think we could eventually come and retest this here. But this 1 hour close here is going to be very important here. Based on this 1 hour is where we will get a lot of information to see if the last 5 minutes fake out, close back above the range, or if we're going to close bearish here. Not in a rush to take anything, you know, too early here, especially on the first day of the month. Not really something I need to do. So just let a bit more clarity here, because, you know, ask yourself this: what has price been doing from the morning? It's been going bullish. Yes, we're at the top of the range here. It makes sense to go down, but I personally don't want to be too early. I mean, you could simply know that, fine, I could take this break of low and then put my stop here, and if anything comes back in the range, I can manage very quickly, but I'm not really looking for that type of position right now. To be honest, I rather see this bounce out of this zone, because higher time frame is bullish. So if we could get that and we leave this zone, then that's very nice. That is super, super nice. So yeah, that's the analysis. Hope you guys enjoyed the analysis. What's your take on gold? Bro, I just spoke about gold for the last 15 minutes. Full in-depth analysis for the price of zero. And you come in chat and ask me what's my take on gold. I feel sad, man. Making me sad. Making me sad. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the analysis, you guys know the drill. If we could do the YouTube business, how much? 400 of us in here. Appreciate everyone showing up as always. If we can get the likes up to at least 200, I would appreciate that. You guys know the drill. Hate to say it, but part of the game. If we could do the YouTube business, would appreciate that. Thank you very much. Let's have a look at this. EU, that's a classic setup, man. Doesn't get easier than that, right? Nice little retest, close below, clean candles to the left. And there we go. Nice work, man. Bearish bias. Yeah. This is setup 1. Setup 1 on 15, yeah. Setup 2 on 4 hour. That's a classic move, this. This is a classic move. I like it. Good TP as well. Straightforward. No sells? Not just yet, nope. Not just yet for me. If you want to try sell the top of the range, we did discuss that, but that's going to be more of a speculative that this is going to be the top of the range. We don't have confirmation that it's confirmed. Realistic confirmation, like full confirmation, would be a deep 4 hour candle close, but minimum we need to see price. For me, I want to see price below 754, because for me this is a retest zone. This is yesterday's whole resistance retest zone here. All of our resistances came from here. All. Our supports came from here. Our resistances came from here. Right? Because what I'm trying to replicate... Where's my drawings gone? There they are. See that close below? That's what gave the move. Above this zone, look how hard it was. It was super hard. We retested here, we retested here, we retested here, we retested here. Who isn't to say it's going to do that? And that's not the gamble. But that's what I mean. You could try to sell to here, but I identify this as maybe a fake out zone. And it's early. Right? So I'm not just going to go jump all up into this. For me, it's not about getting the earliest entry. It's about getting the most accurate entry I can. Because then I don't have to guess about different things. Why not sell till 700? You can, and that's what I'm saying, but your stop loss has to go above the range. You're not putting stop loss above this candle. Doesn't make sense. If you're selling from up here, then you're going stop above the range, and you're taking this as you know, a top of a range trade. Harry, thank you for all the advice. I went from not profitable to yesterday catching 1 to 8. Nice. Made 18% of my account in a single trade. Hey, that's amazing, man. Hey, man, Pip Labs is too fast or too slow. How can I control the speed? Yeah, because you have to drag the adjuster, right? So on Pip Labs, let me show you guys. You have to drag the adjuster here to adjust the speed, all right? So we let that load up. By the way, guys, you know this loading screen here? What if we told you that a new update is going to be way faster than this? Like, you won't even have to let us download. So you know, you'll be in for a treat soon. So this obviously here is skipping candles, right? This is skipping candles, okay? That's how you skip candles with this. But if you want to adjust how fast to play it, like, look how slow this is. This is really slow. I probably say somewhere around here is perfect, you know? Like, that's how I would backtest. Somewhere around here, like, that's a good speed. But you can adjust it from up here. But, like, this is a good speed for me. After 8, after being unprofitable, don't want to discourage the guy, but he's in for pain soon. Yeah, but I mean, it's his first, you know, first big win, 18%, you know. He can celebrate that. Now the next goal is replicating. And if he's going to find another problem, you know, he will find out. And he'll come back to me. That's the problem. I don't know what YouTube chat is doing, what they're doing. I don't know their full picture. So just congratulate him. It's early in the month. We need to take high probability trades. Yeah, I would hope so. And also at the same time, you can give yourself more shots beginning of the month, you know. This is something people don't also look at, but at the beginning of the month, I don't mind going more aggressive because I have the whole month to turn profitable. Like, I'm not going to sit here and try, you know, push a high win rate just to look good, right? I don't have to. What car do you drive? I drive an Audi RS. Important lessons ahead? Yes. I mean, he'll get a lot of break-evens or waiting for 1 to 8, but if he trails stops, then yeah. What about this one in Asian? Do you agree? What was bias at this point? I agree with the setup for sure. Setup 100%. Just what's bias? If you can tell me what bias was. Setup is great here. LTA to the left. Nice daily support. Good clean close above. Structure was here. So this is perfect trade in terms of setup. But was bias bullish at that point? Right? Alright, yeah, you had 1 4-hour candle closing bullish. Yep, I agree with this. Especially closing at support. Yeah, man, that's perfect. No issues with this trade. Hey Harry, just a question. In general, if you enter based on a 15-minute, for example, do you target the next 15-minute level, at least for BE? Or you can target a 4-hour level based on 15-minute structure? Yeah, target next 15 at least for BE. And then, no, I don't target higher time frame as a main target because remember, we're using small stop loss. So if you're going to trade based on a 4-hour idea, then you need stop loss to be in a place where 4-hour can make its top wick and do all of this stuff. Because, you know, for example, let's say you took sells here, but your 4-hour target was down here. this is a big pullback, right? That's a 26 pip pullback. But if you ran stop loss above structure, yeah, you get your 4-hour target. But running stop loss just above high to get, you know, a nice quick 1-to-1 risk to reward trade, it's not really going to work. So target whatever is the resistance or support on that time frame. All right. Okay, here. So now we have the 1-hour close, not the strongest 1-hour close below the range, but has closed below the range. Current 1-hour no top wick here. Yeah, I think for me it's best waiting for below this line. We can see how it's struggling here, but that doesn't mean that it's, you know, bullish, but it's just not, it just might need to take its time. Can you comment on this? Okay, took sales from up here in Asian. Stop loss was great. Target was good. And then what did you do? See how you beat. Why did you BE? What did it reach for you to go to BE? Especially in Asian. Remember Asian, we said stop loss or entry? Or TP, sorry. Asian is like something you just need to give it room. I notice EU also is hard to go to BE all the time because ranges are not big, you know. BE too soon? Yeah, I don't think there was anything. You had double LTA here. You know. Even if it's rejecting of 5 minute, as long as it respects here, I would say worst comes to worst, you manage back inside the range. But even in Asian, I just, you know, you have to let, Asian could have even done this around your entry and then dropped a bit later. Like that's how Asian works sometimes. So Asian is breathing room. London, New York, yeah, you know, be more aggressive because it can just reverse the other way. Good morning. Do you mind if I ask you what broker you're using? I'm using IC. You don't use any indicators or they just confuse you? Indicators are mostly lagging. I've experimented with indicators in the past. I've just found that I don't need to add them as confluence because they normally line up with what I'm looking at anyways. I think higher time frame indicators could be cool to look at statistics and, you know, to support those. But I think for just lower time frame trading, when we're trading 1 or 2 15-minute candles, they're not going to do much here or there, you know? Do you think Asian session is easy compared to London and NY? No, not at all. I think Asian session is the most inconsistent session because you just have lack of volume, you know? Asian session is lack of volume, so you just have to really, you have to hold wider stops, be super patient. It's a great swing session, right? To find a swing trade. Oh, here, Claudio, this is something back to you, all right? He's not happy with your comment. To the person saying, I'll be in pain soon. I was for months not due to following my plans. Bad mentality. And yes, I was trailing stop loss, but no need to pull out of a trade without a reversal. There you go, Claudio. So he was losing because he didn't follow his plan. Yesterday he followed his plan and got lucky that he could trail his stop loss and ended up with a 1-to-8. Let's take that. The second there was consolidation, I pulled out of the trade. No, man, if you follow the plan, then that's great. You know, that's a win in itself. Following your plan is a win in itself. Massive milestone, but don't get cocky. I don't think he's cocky. He trailed stops and was sharing that he got 1-to-8, which is great. It's not going to happen every day though, and that's all. The only thing he needs to know is that trail stops, get as much as you can, but don't expect, you know, don't get pissed off if you're not getting 1-to-8s on a daily. Asian session have you sitting and regretting your life choices? Damn. Can you check out my analysis in free Discord? Yeah, we can have a look. This is your analysis here. So what are you looking? Bearish range? Yeah. It looks like copied my analysis. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, man. That's your bullish range, bearish range. But what you need to be identifying here is what are you going to do with these ranges? I agree with your trading zones. They look great. But what are you going to do with these ranges? How much of a 500 of us in here? 100 likes. Oof. Sleeping on Friday. You have to make me ask for this crap. I hate asking for likes. But definitely helps. Definitely helps. Hey Harry, hearing you discuss fundamentals, I wonder, outside viewing Forex Factory, where can I gain more data 2-3 hours before my... Just in general, like when you read something about GDP, go and research how GDP affects currencies, how GDP affects your pairs, or maybe you read something about inflation, you know? There will be articles posted. You'll see the articles posted on Forex Factory, even if you just go to the news section and just take interest, okay? So you'll see some like this, Bank of Japan, inflation easing at quick pace. It's obviously important information here. So I'm gonna go, right, look at this. Achievement of inflation target not yet in sight. There we go. What was I saying yesterday? That there's no data to support that. I want a table tennis? Let's go, man. Confidence worked. But look at this. This is massive information. Bank of Japan said Thursday it was too early to conclude. Man, this guy, I said this first. Go watch yesterday's stream. I should be Bank of Japan. No, I'm joking. No, I'm just joking. But this is exactly what we were discussing yesterday. This is what I was saying, that Bank of Japan saying that it was too early to conclude that sustained achievement of central bank rate of 2% inflation target can be foreseen, stressing need to scrutinize. Right? Who remembers me discussing this yesterday? Okay, this is the exact point that I discussed yesterday, saying that, yeah, we did see it come up a little bit, but it's not enough. We need to see it sustain. Go watch back yesterday's stream. This is posted 5 hours ago, right? This was evident that this was going to be the case, right? So wage, again, remember we're talking about wage negotiation next. So now we need to see data from wage negotiation before even considering. No change in view Japan's economy to recover moderately. We are seeing all of the points that we were discussing. All of this is now proving my point that what? We are inherently, the news we saw yesterday has not been backed by statistics and data. We are still waiting for that. Just because one person says something, it shows how sensitive the Japanese yen is. So we can see that slight speeches about their economy or the hint of interest rates or monetary policy change, we see a reaction in the market. Looks like that fake out zone is playing true here. I'm glad I stayed out of that, and that is exactly why. So good thing for you guys to take note how I built that into my analysis. As I said, you're going to be messed up running stops above the candle high here. That would have been straight stop loss. Very simple. Very, very simple. But people won't notice that because we weren't in the trade. If you're in the trade, everyone would have complained. It's a big skill to be able to identify those zones. Identify which trade is viable and which is not. Okay, people will forget because we didn't take, but that in itself saves you shit ton of money, shit ton. Would have been me down 1% right there on a perfect setup. Top of the range rejection, but we know where's this momentum coming from? It's coming from the downside, right? Coming from the downside towards the top. So now, as I said, if you need to respect these zones, only then will this maybe just roll over somewhere here and continue down. But that second rollover is where I could be interested to now try here, because why has it retested, grab liquidity here just to fail? So as you can see, as we sit here, we build more information on the charts. I'm proud I had that fake out in my plan as well, just realizing how far I came with Harry and the group. Nice one, man. Amazing. Yeah, analyzing like this is high level. What zone is 754? It was marked from yesterday. We marked it today. In the beginning of the stream, I can't speak. Stream, we discussed it. Bit risky, bearish bias, but 15 close above second structure. Yeah, it's just counter trend, but you had second structure. I like to see the first one failed, and then the second one closed above. So that makes it okay for counter trend trade. I think if you wanted to be safer, you go break of this high. It did work out, but normally if we respected this high, we could just fail and come back down. So I do think that, but the idea here, especially with all these liquidity grabs, was perfect. But yeah, break of the second high would have been more confirmation here. But overall, as a counter trend option, it's the correct way to approach counter trend. But it is counter trend, right? All right, give me a sec, guys. I'll go pip and come back. Did it end up as a fake out because not a volume time? No, just the zone, just the zone. We did the analysis explaining how this could be a fake out zone. It's more complicated than just timing. It's a combination of a lot of things. Combination of bullish 4-hour momentum, combination of first structure break, combination of a lot of things. Look at EU, turn out your B was right, but you would have hit TP, right? You were up from here. You were in from up here, so you would have hit TP. This was your TP. If I go back and look at your trade, then you would have hit TP. Don't try fool me. I'd love to see this 5-minute candle close bearish here, right? Just to create some sort of 5-minute structure. We have to clear these wicks here. Probably even this wick up here. But first we need the close above 190. No close above 190, no trade. So let's see if this candle closes above. If it closes above, then maybe we can wait 5-minute thunderstorm, breaking those wicks. Something like that. Do we have a 5-minute resistance around here? Yeah, that one there. Tempted to go in closing like that now because we have 4-hour 142. Yeah, that's a while away though. could, but you just might have to hold a deep pullback here. It is closing above 190, but I'd still say break of this wick. Waiting for good bottom wick? Yeah, that would be ideal. It'd be perfect to see this 5-minute close bearish. I'm interested with this close, guys. This is a nice close. I would like to just see some sort of structure formed on 5-minute to make me comfortable. Just to give us some sort of pullback zone here. This is the first 5-minute closing above, 15-minute closing above 190. I do think we need to break these highs up here to give you more confirmation. So, yeah, I think that's going to be the case here. We're just tapping into that 5-minute resistance. If we break these highs, I might just enter half just because this is the first time it's closing above here. These highs up here, I might just enter half if we break above these highs. And then try add the rest once we create structure, but I just don't want to kind of miss this move, you know. All right, I added half as we broke it. Just because I want to be involved in this move here. And we'll see how it goes. If anything closes back in the range below here, I'll probably just cut it. So that's my management. See what we can get out of it. TP 1 to 1? Yeah, something like that. I've added 1%. I'm a little bit over 1% actually. I didn't have enough time to calculate. So if I look at this now, this is a bigger stop than I expected. That's 18 pips. So I'm a little bit over 1%. Would like to see us break this top wick here. Would be ideal. Where would my B point be here? This is a previous 4-hour. I could just use this. Nice push here. Hopefully it's just not grabbing liquidity from up here and to continue down. That would be, I'd be very, very, very surprised if this is going to be a fake out to the downside and fake up to the upside. That's just messing us up on the beginning of the month. But I'm not going to try avoid this trade just because that can happen. The retracement we can expect because we have no structure in 5, but that's why I entered. Are you half risk now? Yeah, I'm still a little bit over 1%, so basically half of what I normally use. Just because there's no structure on 5, so I know this can pull back super deep. Just end up being a fake out and then I can close and I lose basically nothing beginning of month. Creating structure on 5-minute is a good thing though. It is something that we don't mind here and something that we like. Rebreak of the highs, hopefully we can get a small push here. Breaking the high? No, the entry that I got in. That's the entry that I'm comfortable with. Stop is pretty wide going breaking the high. Can it still be a liquidity grab if it's not immediate rejection? What do you mean? For downside, you mean? Yes, it still can be. Until we close above this wick here, it still can be. That could have just been the liquidity grab now, and now it's trying to formulate. So I'm just going to be cautious around the zones. But I have room to manage, that's why I'm not too worried. Thought those are usually fast? No, not always, not always. Yeah, I think we see a little retracement come in here. Oh, to re-add the extra 1%? Yeah, I'll have to see how I will do that. I'm thinking if I want to close break even and get an entry with less drawdown here. That's what I'm thinking at the moment, but I think it's a bit too late. I kind of missed that. I mean, if it comes back to break even now, maybe, but we'll see. Now it has to kind of make that structure. Yeah. Is that an aggressive entry? Yes, that's why I went half. Yeah, I think it's too late for that idea, but that was something I'm populating. Now we just have to wait for this 15. Based on how this 15 closes, we'll know if it's a liquidity grab or not. Seeming like a liquidity grab, which is extremely surprising. We grab liquidity from the bottom and grab liquidity from the top, and now just end up in the range. You lost it, bro? Maybe. We'll see. If you can respect this range, it should be okay. No, I don't like how it took liquidity like that from the top, but I'm very surprised it did it from the bottom as well. If a 5-minute closes below this line, I think it's game over. This 5-minute needs to reject from here. See if the 30 can close above would be nice. Because we also got the 4-hour break of the highs at our entry as well. That's basically our entry, 4-hour break of the high. Set up 3 on 4-hour after grabbing liquidity from the bottom of the range. It's just really, it's a low probability for us to grab liquidity bottom of the range, grab liquidity of the top of the range. It would just be a complete mess. Hopefully this 30-minute can close above 190 would help probabilities here of our trade. It's a nice bottom wick here. Look, if this comes back to entry, guys, you can close half if it comes back to entry to manage risk even more, and then you're super low risk in this trade. You're super low risk in this trade. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move stop loss to these lows here. That's what I'm gonna do. It should not need to re-break those lows if it wants to continue here bullish. So now we've extremely managed risk here, right? We've managed risk. We've adjusted based on the stop loss. And this would be very, very, very small loss because remember, I'm in 1% here. I did not add. I don't really see a valuable place to add. And hopefully we can break the 30-minute high. If we can break the 30-minute high, it would give nice probabilities here. We are way closer to the high on my broker than we are on Tradingview. Oops. Yeah, breaking this high is good here, but I don't think we should come back to entry here. I think we could mental break even this trade right here. It's a good spot to mental break even this trade. Basically, any 1 minute closing below this structure, I can be out and look for something else here. But letting it close below this structure is what I'm going to wait for. Is it okay if I don't put the SL there because I can expect a retest of the 4 hour? Yes. It's crazy seeing you manage emotions during a trade. It's what I struggle the most. Let's see. Tapping my break even now. If this doesn't reject here, I'm gonna be out. Yeah, I just tapped it only, remember. Mental. You lost? I haven't lost, man. I'm actually mental break even, so it's impossible for me to lose. It's impossible for me to lose at mental break even. Just be ready, guys. If this 1 minute candle starts breaking its own low, that's where you can be out. So it's break even, exactly break even here. So just watch that, right? That's where I'm probably gonna close this and look for maybe an easier entry, or at least close something of it. You saw what I wrote in chat, guys. This 5 minute could flip real quick, would be beautiful. Come on, do it for Harry. Flip real quick. Close outside the range. Give us a banger. That's all we're asking for. Make sure you guys listen to my management plan, right? So you should be mental break even here. If you're not willing to get, to be a little bit tighter here, I think that makes sense. If you want to give yourself room, you can. But I probably will be, closing majority at mental break even or something. Stop under this 30 minute. Gotta give it a shot. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's me out. Alright, out at mental break even here. That's alright. I think you can give it room if you want to, but I don't want to. I'm going to wait for this 15 close and I can just grab an entry on this 15-minute close here. So I can just find another entry on this 15-minute close in 3 minutes. So that's going to be my plan based on how this 15-minute closes here. So going to wait for that. But good management in terms of not needing to hold extra drawdown. Man, I just wish we had a little bit more volume to continue. But then sell? No, I won't sell. I won't sell at the moment. I won't sell at the moment. Time was this? 11:15. Beginning of the month, no need to lose. Yeah, I just don't like how it was just messing about it. If it went, it should have gone, you know? So I can just find another entry as we break back above this 5-minute zone here. I can find another entry. I just blow my $10 account. What happened? What did you do? Just avoiding this uncertainty of it faking back out inside the range. That's what I'm avoiding here. I entered 29th of Feb. Thanks, man. I think I'll continue up, so I'm still holding. Yeah, I think you can give it a shot here. I'm just being risk adverse here. Based on this 15-minute open, I can find a re-entry as well. But I would like to see this 15-minute close. If this 15-minute can close above this line, it's good as well, because that was the previous 5-minute resistance. Otherwise, I don't like that it's showing me 2 rejections towards the upside. That shows me weakness. It's not giving me confidence-inducing closes, this, right? This is not confidence-inducing closes. Maybe it can do business last 47 seconds. We don't know. We'll see. Have you tried confidence? It's just probabilities. As I said, you can leave it, but you know, beginning of the month, I don't need to do this. Double rejection now. If it broke the high, we should have got the push. My question, why hasn't it pushed? You know, so I can find a more efficient entry like this instead of holding all of this uncertainty. That's just the way I want to play it. I still think it's valid. As long as it respects these lows here, it's valid. Looking back at this trade, I think maybe I should have just put stop at this low and left it there. Manage the position. Which I could technically just get back in from right here and do that. 6 pip stop loss. How do taxes work in Forex? Depends on your state. Depends on your state. For me in Dubai, it's a lot different. ICT says it's a sell. Well, I'm not ICT, so. Waiting for London Open. Yeah, that could be valuable here. That 1 hour close in 13 minutes here. That can give us a lot of information. So what I'm doing here by closing that, I'm just avoiding this uncertainty of what price can do right now. Does it want to retrace deeper, try to fill somewhere down here, or does it want to continue up? I just mitigate that because I can find more entries above here with tighter stop loss. So that's the only thing I've mitigated. I still do think the trade makes sense here. I do think the trade makes sense. And yeah, it does make sense for me. It's an interesting push here now. I might enter break of this range. We'll see. As long as the 1 hour closes above, yeah, I think 1 hour above 190 will be key here. 1 hour close above 190, it's solid. No bottom wick on this 5. Yeah, that's unfortunate. No bottom wick on my broker. But yeah. The guys in the exclusive, did you do what I said in chat to put stops 5 structure and close half at mental break even? I did the half at mental break even. And yeah. You close full at mental break even? I think half at mental break even was fine. Then you're super low risk in this. I'm still in. You closed full when it came up. Why when it went up? I just put full stop at 5 minute? Yeah. I did the half at mental break even and then the rest. Broke a previous high, now this bra is gonna go for a buy. You're the same person who said that I'm losing this trade, and I didn't lose it, right? And actually, I wrote here in my chat, if you can read here, keeping SL below 5 structure is good as well. So that's what I did. Is when it came to mental break even, I closed half because I can't explain to YouTube chat how to manage a trade like this. So I'm gonna come here and trade. That's why I said it to them, because they understand. And few people followed with it. Some people were uncomfortable with it, and there, boom. Carson is in full margin. People are in full margin. Like, people did it, man. Right? Like you can see, I put stop below, look, below that 5 is where stop was. And I left half. Which is fine. Should you move your stop loss? Yeah, I guess now would be ideal, right? Because that's what it was, breaking the high there. Mental break even. Close half at this point here. Now I think it makes sense to break even because now it really shouldn't. Maybe it can continue up to these highs here. At this point I wouldn't lose the trade, that's for sure, 100%. Bro, you're making alternative accounts to say I trusted. How did you lose? It's impossible for you to lose this trade. Even if you went full margin on this trade, you couldn't have lost. So how did you lose this trade? Should I break even? Yes, yes. Yeah, go. I think now it wouldn't make sense to lose this trade because now you have this 5-minute structure, so I think now break even makes sense. He's a troll. Yeah, the problem is every time he gets banned by a moderator, he just makes a new account and starts speaking like an idiot. Thanks for the trade. All good, man. All good. If you listened properly, then you could still be in it, right? Again, it's not going to be very straightforward every single day. There's ways I want to manage it, and sometimes I just want to speak to my guys who know how my strategy works in the exclusive and tell them how I can personally manage it. So I'm in low at this trade. Yeah, I'm probably not even I'm going to make maybe 0.5% if I get to around 14-15 pips here. I was in for like 1.4%, and then as it came back here, I closed half. So if it gets 14-15 pips here, then yeah, I'm going to make probably 0.5%. which is fine for beginning of the month. I can go more aggressive. Lobster breakfast. I entered break of 15 high. Nice. Yeah, that's also a fine re-entry. Still in, but later entry. Is SL fine on entry? Keep 040. 072. Where's 072? That's not that bad of an entry, 072, man. It's still, where's 07? That's a good entry. Yeah, I think you could just be like mental. If it just starts to dip below that low, you can close. Because this, we should get the push now. That's the accumulation. This is the move. London Open. I expect London Open, small bottom wick and push. Do you guys think we get that push on London Open? Yes, it's worth to hold to see if we get that or not. I would say it's worth to hold, for sure. A lot of people in chat also got this. I'm happy to see you guys just held it. Pretty good to see. Maybe a little bit risk adverse, but beginning of the month, I think I should have just probably said, okay, just hold full 5-minute stop. But I managed it in a way that I was comfortable, and that's fine. If we see this 5-minute close somewhat strong, like here, I think that London Open will give the push. And if that push happens with very small bottom wick, then look to be, you know, as soon as we start seeing pullbacks from that, we should look to be closing this. You know, runners here, guys. Runners is not a bad idea from here, by the way, huh? Runners is not a bad idea from here. $318, yeah, $316, yeah, same thing. I think you're marking the same four as me, right? And if we break back above that, it can go harsh. All right, 23 seconds till this candle opens. It's pulling back last minute here. Hopefully London Open can give small bottom wick and just push. That would be ideal. No juice. Both ways now I'm BE though. Both ways I'm BE. So if I get stop BE here, then the whole trade is going to end up BE. Which will be such a drama to still be in the trade and just end up getting tapped BE after everything. Not even give me 0.5%. Because this was 9 pips from entry basically. This move here was 9 pips from entry. Yeah, 9, almost 10. Almost 10 pips. But I need this to come up to here before I can make anything significant closing. So the way I'm going to treat this, because I managed it so heavily, which I kind of think was slightly too risk adverse for me. Yeah, not sure why I made that decision. I think it was too risk adverse. Nothing indicated me. I think I got confused with all the people. Yeah, a lot of people had sell bias today. I think I let that influence me a bit. Never really does. But even people in our group wanted to sell, so. But I did stick to my own bias. I guess that's what I was risk adverse, worrying that this will be big liquidity grab to screw us up. He came with third account? Bro, this guy is absolutely nuts, bro. This guy's absolutely nuts. You're being off to bed? You're gonna leave it overnight? Or you close something? You're gonna try leave it overnight? Okay, man. Good luck, good luck. Well, hopefully he wakes up with a surprise. Can we get the break? That's what it needs, man. If we get the break, we're gonna see a quick push here for sure. Went to poop, came back in profit? Well, that's what we like to hear, man. This candle, if this candle closes like this in 2 minutes, it's a very, very, very sexy candle. Very. That guy didn't watch the charts on the toilet? No, maybe it helps him go to the toilet quicker. You know? Your SL tip just saved my ass on this trade? Yeah, I know. I was thinking, man, I hope he followed my tip. Good you asked the question, man. Good you asked the question. Now, bro, you could be at B, because now if this comes back, then that's it. I think that will be game over. Like, why does it have to do this liquidity grab to come back, right? Like, then I would be unsure. But after it's done the retest now, exactly, yeah, it's already done. What we said would happen would be done. Yeah, 10 pips, we're up around 10 pips now, if that's what you want to secure. As I said, I need to hold this a little bit more for me to have profits worth closing. So I'm just going to be break even or TP here. Because I need more out of this trade. Can it just break the high? Like, what the hell, man? Come on, GJ. There we go, finally. Okay, there we go. I might squeeze at TP just to try get a little bit more so it pays a little better. Alright, 5 minute, no bottom wick open here. No bottom wick open on the 5 minute here. On my broker, that is. I think we can squeeze this, man. I think this is gonna have some volume to squeeze. Nice, that's the volume I'm talking about. I'm still squeezing, guys. I'm still squeezing. Still squeezing this MF. Give it to me. Still gonna squeeze it from here. Just because I overmanage. So since I overmanage, I'm gonna try be greedy on this. Just to try get profits that's worth it. Let's see. Maybe 20 pips. It's not greed, it's entitlement. I like that. I like that. I'm entitled to these profits. Let's go. If it just dicks about here, then I'll probably just close. I'll take my 300 bucks. Thank you very much. All right. Can we get going? All right. Nice. I got in 5-minute thunder. Nice. Yeah, this should continue going. Running around 17 pips now. I might close soon here. Just not to be greedy. At least get paid for today. Let's see. This 1 minute can flip a rosy. When's the 5-minute closing here? 1 minute 42? Ugh, it's too long. You need to close now. Because that's where the next push will come on the next 5 minutes. If this 5-minute closes strong, next 5 minutes will give us extra 5 pips here. Just squeezing on 1 minute. Alright, last minute of this 5 minute. If this can do some business here and go up, the next 5 minutes should give us a quick... maybe this could just be like a 20 pip trade. It's definitely possible here. We might see a pullback on this next 5 minute here. So I'm gonna teach you how I squeeze. If I see something break this low here, then that's where I'm probably gonna close. But we could just open no top wick here and just pump. I mean no bottom wick here and pump. It's kind of what I'm relying on. Like this, exactly. See? That's why. That's why I told you. That is why. Still holding, I'm still holding. It's fun. Now I understand being in low lots can be dangerous here because you don't want to close. If this was another trade, I'd just be out by now. Hell yeah. But being in low lots here, yeah, I'm just trailing on 1 minute now, guys. I'm just trailing on 1 minute. I mean, this thing could reach here. As I said, I'm just still trailing on 1 minute. This 1 minute flips, I'll be out. I'm just trailing on 1 minute. This is just free money at this point. Just I wish I was in with my big lot size. But what to do? That was my mistake. It's okay to make mistakes. But that was not the best one. But it's okay. Wizard Harry confirm. I told you, yeah, if it respects that, should be okay. Right. This is where we could lose some momentum here, I feel. Yep. We still haven't broke that low though. We still haven't broke that low, right? No, I'm just trail on 1 minute. Stay in the squeeze with me. Stay in the squeeze. You might get more here. I don't like this 1 minute no bottom wick. So you know what I'm gonna do? I am going to... Let's see if it pumps a little bit. I am going to close that bish. There we go. I'm out. Alright, I closed here for 21 pips. 21 pepperonis. Need more likes for the boys? Yeah, you can leave a like for that if you want. Yeah, little bit bad call for me. With the management here, but yeah, I'll just take it. Perfect management? I don't think so. I think perfect management in TP, but not the way I managed the trade early. That was not good. 22 pips? Nice, nice. Well done, guys. Well done. A lot of you guys stayed in. I'm very happy to see that. Well done. Congrats, congrats. So what I'm going to put here in the journal is I'm going to put, this was equivalent of me winning only 7 pips here, guys. So I'm just going to put 7 pips to keep this transparent, right? Because the amount I made on this trade was equivalent of 7 pips with decent risk. So I'm just going to keep it honest here and put 7 pips in the journal. I think that's fair. Right? Do you guys agree with that? Not to write the 20 pips, because that's not 20 pips. That would give false. That would be false in the journal here, right? That would be false in the journal, because if I wrote here in the journal that I put, if I put here in the journal that I made 21 pips, if you calculate this, it will be like I made 21 pips. It should be about the trade, not the lot size. Yeah, but I called that half mental break even. So that was a mistake for sure. That should have not been called. Damn, this thing's still going. Yeah, as I said, runners here. If I had my bigger lot size, I would potentially leave a runner for the whole day here, guys. You know, this thing can go crazy, nuts. How can I get that journal? You can go to the Discord channel, and then you go to resources in the Discord channel, and then you can get the journal here and make yourself your own copy. Now in the Discord channel, as you can see, we have a verification thing. So now we have a full verification. Whenever you join the Discord channel, there'll be a verification. So we will avoid having those bots and stuff like that. Right? But yeah, closed for about that. Sometimes I need to lock in on my own trading. Missed a question up here. Calls partials. When is the group open? Yeah, the group opened. Like I said, guys, we have still 10 spots. 5 people have joined so far. So yeah, the group is open. I don't know why I duplicate. Oh yeah, that's because the timer stopped. But yeah, you guys can join. If you've been waiting to join, there is 10 spots. We do have the psychology webinar next month, next week. So be sure to take advantage. There's no extra cost, right? There's no extra cost for that. So take advantage of that. And yeah. 21 pips is 21 pips. Yeah, but yeah, it is 21 pips is 21 pips. But my journal is representative of how much I'm making in terms of my normal risk. Because let's say I lose and I close half. Let's say I'm in like lower, but I lose 20 pips, but it ends up being 10. Then that's how that works. So it's just me being transparent here. Like, yes, it was a 21 pip move, but I overmanaged, right? And I'm going to write that. Yesterday's break even would have been a loss. Would have hit SL, right? And this one. Right, this one. Over managed. Closed some at entry. Net was a 21 pip move. Right? Don't know why I let that get to me today. That's weird. No short? Yeah, I mean, everyone was saying short. They can all bugger off. What happened to gold? Gold should have gone down. Yeah, gold went down here. Gold went downtown. Okay, I won't show this to YouTube chat. Alright, we'll see how that plays out. You have that screenshot. So yeah. Thank you, Harry. Because of your teach, I'm able to see if there's not an opportunity beginning of the session. Well done, man. Why didn't I wait for 1 hour resistance? I just wanted to secure something beginning of the month. I secured something like point... Actually, now it would be less because the account... I did take a withdrawal yesterday. It would have been less, but I took a withdrawal yesterday and my account back to what I call base level. So technically, how much I make? I think I make 350 on that trade. That's it. Just small. Like, that's why it's only worth 7 pips for me. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, 350 on that. Yeah, like 0.7%. I don't know what that is. 0.7, yeah, probably, yeah. Nothing much. It's still something though. I can't be upset. At one point in my trading career, that was very significant if I could come out the day with 300. But listen, bro, stop joining the stream. Stop joining the stream and with different accounts and saying that you lost your account, man. We understand you lost your account. In the beginning, you were saying you lost your account because you took this trade. Well, I think your account would have doubled unless you went the opposite. If you went full margin on this trade, because this thing is just rocking here, right? So please stop coming in chat like this, man. It's really annoying you making accounts and you're not achieving anything. And if you're trying to annoy me, you're not annoying me, you're annoying people in the chat here. We're trying to give value to people here, and you're obstructing that value by putting useless content. I'm taking the time to come live on stream for you and give you advice to potentially stop you from blowing accounts. But instead, you're sitting there complaining. You're never going to get good at this game if you continue with this mindset. So go grab your balls and get better, all right? Bit of a rant. I've blocked 5 of his accounts. Have to give a rant, guys. I have to give a rant. Listen, man. If you blew your account, I feel sorry for you. Unless you were just being an idiot. But literally, I'm trying to help. Like, tell me, hey man, I blew my account because of XYZ. And let me help you, right? Let me give you advice how not to blow your account. You know what I mean? Bro, ignore him? Yeah, I just wanted to say that though. Make dollars, not accounts? Yes. For the program, 55 USD per month. What is the program about? Yeah, that's, you get access to my private group. So normally I just talk in the private group about what I'm personally doing. We have Zoom calls after the stream ends. Zoom call continues. You get access to my weekly webinars. You will get access this month. You'll get access to my psychology webinar that gurus charge $1,000. I promise you, I hate marketing, but this psychology webinar will be worth it. Definitely something I've spent time on. Claudio says, what is the program about? He said the program will get you to succeed in life. I think, yeah, you will definitely get better. I can guarantee that you'll get better at trading. That is a guarantee. I don't like guarantees. Nothing is guaranteed in life, but I think you will definitely. And then the big thing here is you get access to all of my strategy here content. I mean, you can call it a course, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. I don't sell a course, but I give this for free in that, right? 55 per month, yeah, 55 per month, but trust me, what you're paying for is worth a lot more. Like I should increase the price. I'm just use it as an opportunity. That's all I'm saying. But you can cancel anytime, right? Like just join for a month if you're planning to, and then leave, you know, if you don't like it, you know. So that's how you can run it. I have to work on my B trades past the management. Yeah, but I also made that call, which could have influenced some of that, right? To give you non-confidence because of my lack of confidence. So don't take that too much. I think reading the chat where I said leave it below 5 minutes, I think you could have given yourself that shot as well, or done what I did, close half. But I understand it. I understand it. Will the webinar be available in the future for people who join us after? Yes, all the webinars I put in here. Every single weekly webinar is put in here. And all of the important information from the webinars I put in here in these different stuff. Exclusive content like candle, no wicks, Bank of Japan, Outlook, trading news candles, using 5 minute. Like all of this stuff I put, like important topics I put in here. You can see this. You can see this. I explain it all in this video here, so you can have a look. Yeah, I had it below the 5 was 0.4% risk. Normally no reason to close it before SL. Yeah, if that's the low risk, then yeah, that could have been worth it. So I think, yeah, I was just trying to manage YouTube chat in this. So yeah. Day trading can be very up and down, so having a community to chat about trades and a mentor is extremely active is while probably never leave. No, you don't know. Maybe you stop trading for a while and you want to leave and come back, but you're always welcome back, you know? That's the beautiful thing of monthly, right? Is that, let's say you want to take 3 weeks off, then all right, take 3 weeks off. Cancel your subscription, wait 3 weeks, DM me because you're an existing member and I let you back in. Pretty straightforward. Happy with joining? Yeah, yeah. Do you think quick scalp gold sells? Let's have a look what gold is doing. Close below, no bottom wick. After such a heavy push down, you want 5 thunder. But yes, 5 thunder, maybe you quick scalp. But quick scalp means aggressive management as well. If you get that close under, right, in 3 minutes. But at least, then you could just run stops above the 5 thunder because it's a scalp. Does that make sense? Are the webinars during London? No, the webinars are on the weekend, every Sunday. Is your old video still your trading strategy? Yes, I've been following the same strategy for years. I just haven't made this up in one day. Go watch my old videos. You see I talk about the same things. I talk about the same things 2 years ago. Still talking about wick fills and rejection. How to trade price action. Entry requirements. This 2 years ago. I'm sure this entry requirement video. Damn, that's disgusting, man. I shouldn't even have this shit on YouTube, bro. Just skinny arms, bro. Need to go to the gym. What asshole is this? Setup 2. This is how Setup 2 was developed. I used to call it range-based and trend-based entries. This was how Setup 2 was developed. This is how Setup 1 was developed, I believe. Yes, this is Setup 1. This was what? What setup was this? What setup did I invent? Yeah, that's Setup 1. Yeah. That's how Setup 1 was developed. Oh, fake out. That's a pretty decent video for 2 years ago. I'm pretty proud of myself. Not bad, man. Not bad. But yeah, all my stuff on there is pretty... it's the same shit I've been talking about. I don't change. Strategies take time, man. You have to practice them over years. Hi, I've been watching the old videos. Yeah, Dom, you've been in here for a while. Bro, you're on like your 7th account and you're back. A psychology question, a long one. Should I ask here or wait post-stream? Post-stream, we're gonna end it now. Alright guys, congrats to everyone who took this trade. I'm gonna call it a week here. Thank you very, very much. Small positive for me. I overmanaged, but that is, I'll take that on the chin. Need to work on that, but can't be perfect. Explain the idea. My plan was correct today, and that's worth more than any amount of money I can earn, because I know that will earn me money in the future. So if you won this trade, type some W's in the chat, and yeah, hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Leave a subscribe if you're new, so you can show up for next week and gain value here. And yeah, with that being said, guys, take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace. Take care all. Take care.